Eagles belong where they can fly. I got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. Every man has his daydreams, every man has his goals. People like the way dreams have of sticking to the soul. Thunderclouds have their lightning, nightingales have their song. And don't you see, I want my life to be something more than long. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky.
All right. Thank you once again, everyone who's on live right now. Good evening. I'm Leah, and I'm one of the teaching assistants for the Art of the Personal Essay Workshop by the Purple Sage Project and the Independent Collective. So, for tonight, we'll be giving a live information session in partnership with the founder of the Purple Sage Project, who's also on the Zoom call with me, Joanna Bartonico, my fellow teaching assistant, Natalia Patolot, and the main instructor, Jam Ilagan. So, once again, thanks for joining us. And this will be a quick but very informative call. So, we hope that you learn a lot. In case you have questions, we're also open for comments or live streaming suggestions through our YouTube channel or through our Facebook accounts through which the YouTube link is shared. Like I said, the workshop instructors are as follows. Me, as one of the teaching assistants, I'm Leah. Natalia, our teaching assistant number 2, and Carla Lorena, our third teaching assistant. And our main instructor is Jam Ilagan. So they will be speaking towards the end of this information session too, but for this first part, I will be your host. So the meat of the program is actually based after an intensive academic coursework, which is on the next slide, shown on the next slide, patterned after Harvard's pre-college program. So as you can see here on the video, this is a sample of an actual discussion during a class. And what really inspired the workshop was the idea that we could bring something so, I would say, rigorous to intermediate and even upper level beginners to learn more about writing mechanics, writing styles, and even getting published. So this is a sample of a discussion that we had, and this will also be linked on our show notes below. So what really inspired us to teach the program ourselves is the fact that we are published writers. So the teaching assistants and the main instructor all have stellar records in terms of writing experience and also academics. So on the next slide, you'll see the achievements of the fellow instructors and the teaching assistants. So these are just two of the notable publications or places where they have been published, where I have been published, which are as follows. Among many others, the top two are the Philippine Daily Inquirer and the Chicken Soup for the Soul. So as you know, Youngblood is the Inquirer's youth column that runs stories by people aged 29 and under. The essays appear on the opinion section 3 times a week, and it's considered a rite of passage for an aspiring writer's essay to appear on the column before he or she turns 30. And I had the amazing opportunity to actually converse with the editor-in-chief, Ruel de Vega, and said that out of the 600 submissions per week, only 3 get published. So when you think of it, it's really difficult to get published on. And more importantly, it's even harder to get published more than once. And our fellow teaching assistants, Natalia Patolot, has been published more than actually once, twice, to be more specific, and I've been published thrice. Chicken Soup for the Soul, on the other hand, is a soul entertainment company in America, which is a self-help consumer goods and media company based in Connecticut. It is known as the Chicken Soup for the Soul book series, and the book series consists of inspirational true stories. So actually, this will still be out in August 2022, but I wrote my submission piece in 2019. I submitted it also in December 2019. So if you think of it, like the length before I found out that I got published was literally 2 months ago. It's also a rigorous process. And the key to publication on this specific book series wasn't an easy one. I submitted 5 different essays, and out of those 5, only one got published. So you can really see the rigor that goes into the sifting process and the ultimate publication process. And so we hope that gives you confidence that we, your instructors, actually know what we're talking about. And this brings me to the next slide. Aside from these writing experiences, my fellow TAs and instructor have won awards in different competitions. For example, the Iwag Journalism Award in 2019, multiple awards from the Philippine Information Agency, Division Schools Press Conference, and Regional Schools Press Conference. And also my fellow TAs have won champion in nationwide regional disaster risk reduction and management essay writing contests and fire prevention month essay writing contests. So to win champion in a national level is very hard. So it's really impressive to be working alongside these very talented and inspirational writers. Moving on, the program will be both informative in terms of theory, but also practical in terms of application. So to give you more reason to join us, this is a summary of experience of our fellow TAs and main instructor. So all 4 of us have a combined teaching experience of 12 years. Grabe guys, 12 years, it's very long. And actually one of our main instructors is currently working on his master's at the University of the Philippines, Diliman, and is a professional teacher. Overall, we've contributed a total of 1,300 published articles and essays, both on the articles that were published on the previously mentioned publications and also in smaller, papers, smaller circulated platforms like school, sometimes even in small literary journals. So that counts. Every little thing counts. And one instructor, oh my gosh, one instructor wrote an entire ebook, and 2 instructors contributed to different anthologies. So for context, the writer who wrote the entire ebook is Natalia, and it's available worldwide as it is an ebook format. So we sure hope that you could check it out. And next up is the program workshop itself. So the month-long program is divided into 3 parts. Part 1 is the writing style, number 2 is the writing mechanics, and the third one is the writing workshop. So for writing styles, we'll be talking about voice, tone, structure, and different approaches to storytelling. For writing mechanics, we pay close attention to the mechanics of writing, including punctuation, grammar, and word choice. And lastly, for writing workshops, we conduct this to have the students have practical experience in writing and not just so much on theory. So this is, I think, my favorite part. So in the prospective classes, we'll be digging deep into your essay. And I think that's very interesting because personal essays talk about your true lives. So it will also be like a crash course on everyone's life stories in general. We will be using 3 different platforms for the weekly live classes, and they are as follows: Google Classroom, Zoom, and email. So if you are not on any of these softwares, we highly suggest that you download them and get yourself familiarized with them because they will be used heavily all throughout the sessions. And lastly, these are the program benefits. So you will be getting the reference letter and the certificate, which will be issued by the instructor and one of the TAs. And also, more importantly, you will get the publication opportunity. As you know, the Independent Collective is in partnership with 8 Letters Publishing in the production of an anthology series, which will be circulated locally and internationally. Wow. So guys, if this is going to be your first publication, then that would mean that you started with a bang, right? So what are you waiting for? This is the sign if you're looking for one. And lastly, an access to exclusive writing community. So graduates of the program will be absorbed in our exclusive writing platform in partnership with 8 Letters. And if you don't know about Eight Letters is an independent publishing company based in the Philippines, but also has offices in Hong Kong. And it publishes worldwide in terms of ebooks and in paperback in Hong Kong and in the Philippines. So if you're ever wondering how big they are, you should check them out at eightletterspublishing.com and see the many great books that they've worked on. Okay, I think the next few slides will be handled by my teaching assistant, Natalia Patolot, for the FAQs.
Hello, everyone. So I'm sure you're wondering how much is the entire workshop? And it's actually 300 pesos right now. The actual workshop is 9 hours, so it will be 300 times 9 would be 5,400. So with a total of 9 hours of synchronous sessions, this drives the price to 5,400 for full payment, 2,700 for 2 installments, and 1,350 for 4 installments. So that's the good thing about this workshop is we're very flexible with the payment options. And so we can handle whatever you are most comfortable with. And we will be able to give you the best experience, of course. And this will be definitely worth your money, considering the fact that will be taught by experienced writers, and this will be an exclusive workshop. As mentioned by Leah a while ago, this is a based or inspired by a pre-Harvard program, and this will be included or supplemented by our own experiences as experienced writers, published authors, and even as teachers. So yes, like I said, we're very flexible. So we know you guys are very busy, intelligent people that have a lot on your plate. And so if you are too busy to commit to the entire workshop, we have a more flexible plan for you. So you can just choose the specific dates to join. It's only 600 it's per session because it's 2 hours. So like I mentioned a while ago, it's 300 per hour. So what is the schedule? I'm sure you're wondering, how can I fit this to my busy schedule? As I mentioned, you guys are very busy, intelligent, respectable people that have a lot on their plate. And so we have very flexible times for you. So we meet 2 times per week. So every Wednesday and Friday. So these are our 3 slots. So 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., and lastly, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So if you are not available during those times, we can find a way to make it work and adjust to your schedule. So Leah will be showing this. This was her vlog actually. Leah, can you talk more about this? This was her your experience in the pre-Harvard program. Take it away, Leah.
Yes. I think more important than the writing experience you get, the community that you'll find yourself to be a part of. At the end of it all, you'll leave with more self-awareness. As you know from the title itself, the art of narrating yourself in the personal essay. We will not be talking about grammar or, specific structure of essays, but more on like the whys of the essay. So I think that's what I really found very differently from local programs versus international programs. Like when I was taking the classes and I would correct my classmates' essays, I would always point out, you could shorten this this sentence, or you could change this into a better word. Pero when they edited my essay, they would ask like, wait, why is this here? Why did you include this sentence here? How does it help, the totality of the essay? Why are you saying this? You have to support it with that. You can't just assume your readers understand how your brain works. So I think that's a very important aspect of it. And aside from that, you'll also get to know yourself more and others and see how other people's lives can be very different at the same time, but also very similar. So in the art of the personal essay, there's this idea called the small things are turned into universal things. So very, very special experience for me was reading the many great authors, which you will be reading too, because like I said, everything here, I'm giving it all to you for like, 90% discount compared to what I took when I actually attended the program. And you get to find that certain essays about headaches, like Joan Didion's essay called In Bed, or turtles, like Edward Hoagland's essays. When you compare them, obviously they're so different, right? Migraines versus turtles, like what's the connection? But when you look at it in a bigger, sense, I would say like a wider perspective, you'd see that they're both just about um love, love for finding a way to connect with kind of difficult things. And it's that wonderful magic that great essayists have. They can turn anything small at hand into a grand meditational adventure. And I think like that's the closest thing to a superpower. So if you guys want to get this once in a lifetime opportunity, I don't think I'm ever gonna have the chance to teach again. So grab your opportunity and join me, Natalia, Carla, and Jam for a once in a lifetime opportunity with this very, very, I would just say, special program that we've designed to help you, fellow writers out there. So now I'm gonna give the rest of the program to Joanna Bartonico, the founder of the Purple Sage Project, and Jam Ilagan, our main instructor, to promote their respective projects, specifically the Purple Sage and the anthology series. So, you guys.
Okay, thank you, Leah and Natalia, for the information. As for the Purple Sage project, which is one of the major partners of the independent collectives in this workshop, what can I say? The Purple Sage project was established in 2020, and it used to be UPCAT's virtual review center, which taught hundreds of students during the pandemic, helped students to review for the college entrance exams. So now we're expanding our organization, and I'm very thankful for Leah for this partnership, because it will be like a good platform as well for the rebranding of the Purple Sage project this year to become more of a virtual community of learners and teachers, and which wherein we can provide free educational materials and guidance, more on tutorials to students who are who can't afford um, tutorials from other companies or other teachers. So what's unique about the Purple Sage project is we want to reach more students who are in a lower income families, and we want to give them the opportunity to be able to review, be able to access materials that otherwise would not be accessible to them. So, what's the role of the Purple Sage project in this collaboration? Is that, of course, we're going to help the independent collectives in promoting the workshops, and we're going to also help them with the anthologies. That's my time with the Purple Sage project, and I'm going to pass the ball to Jam to discuss something about the anthology.
So regarding the ontology, I know that everyone wants an opportunity to get published. So this is the perfect time for you by joining our writing workshop. So about the ontology, we are looking for essay entries about how love in all forms, affectionate, enduring, familiar, romantic, playful, self-love, selfless, or unconditional, change your life. So what was the situation that inspired you to think positively about love? We want to hear the changes you did for your attitude, if whether it is negative or positive, that turned your life around. So these inspirational stories will remind readers to focus on love and show them that each day holds something to be grateful for. So this will give you a perk to get published easily, and this is one of the biggest opportunity that we can give you is to be one of the writers that could get published in the anthology that would be released on like September. So that would be all.
All right, thank you so much, Jam. So we're approximately 8 minutes early compared to like the target time of delivering this information session in 30 minutes. So for the rest of the time, if you have questions or clarifications, we would highly recommend you to either check out our social media platforms and send us your questions there, or to comment down under this post so we could check out your questions and answer them within this live stream. For more information, we would highly encourage you to visit www.indie-co.com. And I think for now, that will be the end of our information session. Thank you for joining and have a great rest of the night. We highly anticipate that you would join us in the next month for the workshop. Thank you.